All right, y'all, in light of Kendrick Lamar having the Super Bowl being performed today on Sunday, February 9th, I would like to tell y'all that we got another video about Jamari. Anyways, let's get straight into it. So this one is how Kendrick destroyed Drake in one night.
Well guys, it actually happened. Things somehow got worse for that man Drake, as Kendrick continues to dance on his grave with little to no effort. There is no way that Drake anticipated a Grammy sweep for the man himself, Kendrick Lamar.
I just want to say, Drake, I wouldn't even know what to do if I was in this man's shoes. Allegations aside, this is the most humiliating ritual, humiliating situation, humiliating acted course of events that has happened in just within the year, and it is insane. I would not know how to deal with it.
Winning 5 total Grammys for the hit record, Diss Record, Not Like Us. The world laughed on as the crowd shouted in unison, "Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor." What's up with it? Man, to be honest, some of these P. Diddy enthusiasts need to sit down because they are on that very same shit. Somewhere from a dark cave, Drake is tweeting out from a burner account how he's ready to move past the fakeness of award shows.
Guys, the Heart Part 6 should have won all the awards. That Epstein angle was what he expected. He didn't mess with no teenage girl. And he knew if Kendrick opened his mouth, they'd hand him a Grammy.
Really though.
Can you believe there's actually people that are riding for Drake so damn hard? This man's meat's about to fall off. His meat is about to fall off. How hard you are riding his meat. If you are watching this video and you're riding his meat this hard, and you go up to people and you're telling them that Drake wanted Kendrick to win the Grammy, he knew he was gonna win the Grammy. That's why he said it was in the song, and that for some reason made him get bonus points. It doesn't matter. He could have said Kendrick will win 20 Grammys, and Kendrick wins exactly 20 Grammys. The fact that it happened the way it did does not help Drake at all. It doesn't help at all.
So Kendrick would go up there and thank God, DJ Mustard, and of course the city of Compton for helping him achieve
Mustard!
We're gonna dedicate this one to the city.
In total, Kendrick now has 21 Grammys, and he could have had 2 more
Damn.
had Macklemore not robbed him for Best Rap Song and Best Rap Album back in 2014.
And the Grammy goes to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
I mean, I love thrift shopping and thinking I'm gay in the 3rd grade as much as the next guy, but this was pathetic, and it led to a very embarrassing text message exchange from a man who was in an impossible situation. This is why some people now say that Kendrick gets all the Grammys because they face so much backlash from that situation. Either way, people noticed quite a few things going on in the crowd that night, like Taylor Swift screaming the words to Not Like Us at the top of her lungs. Beyonce.
Now, every time I see Taylor Swift dancing, there is something happening drastically wrong. If Taylor Swift is stanky legging to a song about you being a PDF file, you might need to hire more security than possible, because if the Swifties get out there, it is dangerous. Forget Kendrick Lamar fans. If the Swifties get a hold of you, they might just drag you down a dark alley and play every one of her songs off of every one of her albums back to back and watch your soul leave your eyes.
Looking extra happy, the elimination of Drake continues, and Dr. Dre and Drake's alleged baby daddy, Lucian Grange, aka the head man at UMG, high-fiving after Kendrick was announced the winner, leading to a lot of conspiracy theories, but I just think that California took the W and UMG is very petty. Most people do not take well to mocking their culture or their business, and I don't think that LA liked the Snoop or Tupac AI, much less coming at Kendrick in the first place. So this kind of became like a California versus Drake fight, which was an element that kind of flipped the whole situation on its head. I mean, it's gotten to the point where you have kids at the Grammys going up to Drake's dad, mocking him, singing Not Like Us in his ear.
Sometimes it's okay to tell a kid, back up, get out my face, cause sometimes I'm not. Well, I'm trying to make sure this video doesn't get demonetized. I'm trying to say some kids just need a a push in the right direction, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like kids make me angry sometimes.
And for those of y'all who were wondering, this is actually the second and only other time that someone has won a Grammy for a diss record, since LL Cool J did it with Mama Said Knock You Out. But that was definitely a lot less scathing than the bloodbath that occurred here, and Kendrick continues to play the head games, wearing what some call a Canadian tuxedo to the event. Jaden Smith, on the other hand, wore whatever the fuck this was, and we won't even talk about...
Can we talk about the economic state of what the fuck is he wearing?
What was going on with Kanye's wife. All I'll say is, man, the torpedoes. Jesus Christ.
If you rap against Kendrick, you will lose.
Oh.
This man does this.
So Kendrick killed Drake. He's dead.
Yeah, for now.
And we gotta be honest.
For now, yes. And I made a whole different video on Kendrick. I don't know if I'm gonna post it. I mean, on Kanye. I don't know if I'm gonna post it or not. But I don't even want to see this man right now. I am disappointed as a fan of his music. I don't even want to see this man.
This might be the worst age lyric of all time. Like, yes, Bozo, he got 5 Grammys on your head top dissing your ass. Which is literally 100% of the total Grammys Drake has in his 16-year career. And it was all in the name of him getting packed up.
Get one of these, you know, and I got it. And it's like, when does it stop? You know, does it stop? Why is it happening? Like,
and that's not to even consider the Grammys that Kendrick could win with his album GNX next year. And I know that shit is popping off because I have friends who never listen to Kendrick like that telling me they love records like Luther, TV Off, and Squabble Up. The other thing is, this all tells me that this song will indeed be played at the Super Bowl. I noticed the instrumental from Not Like Us playing in promotional material during the AFC and NFC Championship games.
Halftime show. Catch Kendrick Lamar at the top of his game. It's February 9th on Fox.
So I already figured that UMG wasn't scared enough of Drake's lawsuit to not allow it to happen, and in my mind this really solidifies it. I mean, they straight up played the word PDF for everyone to hear.
Yeah. Boy, you got Beyonce looking as beautiful as ever. Clapping to a song about you getting basically washed in front of millions of people. Man, Drake, if you don't go out there and see Kendrick personally, see that man in his face and tell him how you feel. I don't even know what to do. Like, there's matter of fact, for now, Drake is down. He will eventually come back. Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen any disrespectful. This is a crazy way to go out right now.
You know, if Drake could take a couple of his missteps back, he would. He truly underestimated this dude who is a sick, sick man. And I promise them playing, "Hey Drake, I heard you like I'm young," in front of all his peers, and later this week, all of America and the world, as they sing along, is not how he thought this thing was going to end. He was begging that man to drop, as was his lapdog.
Fight back, Kendrick! Fight back! What is it gonna take for this nigga to drop? This is Kendrick fans. Well, listen, you gotta realize you gotta give Kendrick time. I thought we were squabbling, man.
Boy, the minute Kendrick dropped after DJ Academics was over there ranting about how he not dropping, it got so quiet, so bad. DJ Academics couldn't even speak. No one could say anything. You know how much DJ Academics loves talking. He couldn't say anything. Kendrick shut the whole world down. I had people at work. I was working at Walmart. I had people at work that don't even listen to rap music talking about Kendrick Lamar. He had everybody quiet. It was the most disrespectful diss tracks that I ever heard in my life. And I love Tupac. This is disrespectful.
Boy just in the room just hitting his head with a number 2 pencil trying to figure out what to write, nigga. I keep saying he make moments, he don't make great disses. Drake on his head again, and I'm also hearing he might catch a 3rd one before he dropped for real, for real.
Yeah, Obi ho niggas is dick riders. Tell them run.
And now recently, Drake has started his tour in Australia called the Anita Max Win Tour. And come on guys, what's up with the marketing? It's like this dude is allergic to reading the room. And it's Drake, so the guy is going to still be selling out shows anywhere he goes, especially internationally where they do not get this opportunity often. The crowd look like a good size. I believe these are 10 to 15,000 seat venues he is set to perform in, and he will still pack them, and his streams will still be astronomical. Now what is sad is the fact that he continues to play the victim after getting his ass whooped, showing up to the first show with bullet holes cut into his black hoodie. God damn, the dude looks angry and sad, like he doesn't even want to be there. The same guy who loves sneak dissing for the last decade is now like a professional victim at this point. He's out there performing, changing lines about LeBron. And overall, the guy is acting so sad.
Keep LeBron name out your mouth. This man just dropped a 42.17 rebound bucket, or 17 assist bucket system on your head. He's dropping everybody. He is literally, you just rejuvenated. Personally, you probably just rejuvenated LeBron for another 3 years. He might sign another contract. He might just sign up for 4 years. He said, I got Luka. I might just be good for another 4 years. I don't know what is wrong with you people. Leave LeBron alone. Let him retire peacefully. Stop trying to ruin this man's career. Because you're going to reset his buttons. And this man's going to go for another 15-year career and add it on to his 22. And you really going to have to be questioning why this man is on a 37 career year bucket busting burner. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm sorry. Let me get back.
And the bullet holes are just so damn over dramatic. And what's up with this Dr. Seuss ass Instagram caption he posted? Those are some damn middle school bars, my guy.
In case you didn't know what you were coming to tonight, my name is Drake. The year is now 2025. And no matter what, Drizzy Drake is very much alive. And that's all thanks to you.
And it seemed like being famous and well loved among his celebrity peers was one of the most important things to this man, and now that he has this massive stain on his reputation, most people will never perceive him in the same way again. Don't get me wrong, the numbers will always be there, but something has clearly changed, and it's all over his face that he knows it. For Kendrick, he leveraged this whole situation, the slaying of the beast, and I've never really seen anyone have a year quite like his. Maybe 50 Cent back in the day, but that was just a whole different era. You know, I see a lot of Kendrick's old music now being discovered by a ton of people. I just think some people were not really aware of him besides like his smash hits like Alright and Humble, and you get into some of the deeper cuts and you're like, damn, this is where the real fire is. I mean, I've been listening to him since Good Kid Mad City, so for around 13 years, and he's always been one of my favorite rappers, as was Drake for a long time. Just as I got a little bit older, and especially after I left college, I really felt more in tune to the messages that Kendrick was putting out. I even said this 2 years ago when I was having a conversation with Danny Brown.
What was your favorite album this past year that came up?
I like the Kendrick album.
I mean, don't get me wrong, guys, Drake was great, but after a while, a lot of his work just got to be very redundant to me, and I mainly tapped out after Scorpion. And by the way, UMG still finds Drake's lawsuit to be total nonsense. Even 50 Cent, who was in Drake's corner for a long time, who had brought up this list of his enemies,
this is the op page,
had to admit that the lawsuit was dumb and that Drake had benefited from the same luxuries of record promotion in the past.
You cannot work without a plan. It has to come out and be orchestrated properly for you to have the hit. That's why I was saying, look, when you talk about Drake suing the Universal, they did everything Drake saying they did. They did it, but they did it for Drake too.
Been doing that.
I would have to think that almost all rappers have to be against him taking this to litigation, because most of them are going to be in favor of being able to say whatever they want on the record without a possible defamation lawsuit being served to them. Because that's the precedent that could be set here, and just because Drake has chosen to sue UMG and not Kendrick directly, doesn't mean that other people who don't necessarily have the resources to try and fight the machine will, and so they will in turn sue his fellow rappers. Now in their response, UMG basically says that Drake is being a sore loser, attempting to violate their right to free speech and free expression, while also trying to limit the distribution of the song Not Like Us.
I think this whole reason, like, Jamari was saying, I feel like his whole reason for releasing this whole thing is just so he doesn't play it at the Super Bowl. Because then it's just, if it's not marked in history for the rest of time already, you play it at the Super Bowl. That is probably the most top tier disrespectful ways to cap off a year of you beating and stepping on a dead corpse probably ever known to man. And I don't understand how you can come back from that. And I feel like this was his go-to plan because it happened so like right around the perfect time to where they had enough time to legally just get a hold of it, and you know they fight it, and it's just like it didn't even seem like he wanted to go through with it. It just seemed like he just wanted to put it in people's faces like, hey, and try to scare them off. That's all I saw.
Drake didn't even know enough to file this petition in the right court, and they deny all the claims he has made against them, and they also want to turn the situation around and have him pay all their legal fees and costs associated with defending themselves in this situation. So we are still going to have to see what happens with this Texas petition and also this other defamation lawsuit that you still have going on. I just think ultimately this is very similar to a Michael Jordan versus LeBron conversation for this generation of rap. LeBron is Drake. He put up the most numbers, he smashed all the records, and dominated the game. But he did lose a majority of the championships he went to, so that hurts his perception. People don't think he has that killer instinct. Kendrick is more like Michael, less body of work.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up, Jamari. That's what we're gonna end the video there. I don't know why he put this dumbass ending. Don't even compare. Now you just compare Drake and LeBron at the same time to each other, and Kendrick to Michael, which I find that very disrespectful. But I don't want to say I get your point. I might get your point. I might not get your point. Anyways, we're just going to keep moving on. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching the video. And tell me what you think about the Super Bowl. Do you think Kendrick at halftime is going to perform the song? Do you think, or tell me if you already watched it, if it already happened by the time you watched this, tell me how did you feel about this performance? Whether he performed it or he didn't. And do you think Kendrick is stapled in time as, well, like the greatest diss record performed ever? And I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to watch more videos wherever I put them. Peace.